Hey guys, today I welcome Keisha Knight Pulliam. Keisha is the youngest person to ever be nominated for an Emmy Award for her role as Rudy Huxtable on the classic sitcom The Cosby Show. You've also seen her in Tyler Perry's House of Pain and Medea Goes to Jail, among other projects. She's starring in the brand new movie My Brother's Keeper, coming soon to theaters. Awesome movie. Can't wait to talk about it. Keisha, welcome. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
Now, first of all, how's your family? Everybody okay with the pandemic?
Everyone is healthy, which is the first priority. Everyone is
Yeah.
happy, so I'm definitely grateful.
Well, you're very festive. You got your Christmas
Yes.
tree up and everything. You ready for Christmas?
Oh, goodness, yes. We love Christmas here. It's definitely one of our favorite holidays,
Yeah.
and my 3-year-old would have it no other way.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet. Do you have any other kids or just your 3-year-old?
Well, I just have one. I just have
Awesome.
a 3-year-old.
Awesome. Well, Christmas is perfect for that age group. That's awesome.
Yes.
All right, let's jump in this brand new movie, My Brother's Keeper.
Mhm.
Tell me how this project came to you.
It came to me through my agents, of course. And I don't know if it was my agent or my manager, but um, it was just a nice story,
Yeah.
and it definitely resonated with me. And then, of course, like Bishop and Ty, after getting to know them, uh, I've that's now the first of many projects that we've done together. And I'm definitely a person who, its business is also very relationship based.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to be able to work with people who you genuinely and truly have synergy with. So,
Now they have a military background,
mhm.
correct? Tell me about the writing. What you know of the writing of the movie?
Well, yeah, they both have a military background, so it lends to the story
Yeah.
and what we're talking about. And I definitely feel that it pays homage to veterans and
Hmm.
gives a voice to the stories that they deal with at the hands of the sacrifice that they make for all of us,
Yeah.
which is really important. And I feel that it's important to have that voice from an authentic perspective, and by being a veteran, they have that. And
Yeah.
my actually other half is a Marine vet. My dad is a Marine vet.
Yeah.
My grandfather was Army, I believe. So
Yeah.
it's definitely in my family.
Well, I know that. I mean, you've worked with Tyler Perry and
Mhm.
on sitcoms and things like that in the past. How does this project differ from some of your past work?
It's very different. I think the heart of it is very similar to a lot of things that I've done. But the joy of being an actor is getting to portray different people, getting to tell different people's stories, and being provided with such a platform of visibility that is able to just positively affect people in such a big way.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about what I do, and the continuum in terms of the thread between all of the work that I do.
How is this one, especially with kind of the faith element of this one? How
Mhm.
does that differ from maybe some of your past work?
They're very much a faith based, but the way that I bring heart to any project that I do,
Yeah.
and I feel that it's for me, it's much bigger than religion. It's about spirituality, and that's the connective thread that connects all of us, no matter you know what your religion is. At
Mhm.
the end of the day, it's a story about people, and it's a story about um, just perseverance. It's a story about love. It's a story that so many people, whether you're an Army vet or not, can relate to,
Yeah.
because we all have our stuff. We all have stuff that we're dealing with, that we're struggling with, that we're working through.
Yeah.
And that is something that is unanimous, no
Yeah.
matter who you are or where you're from.
Yeah. Tell me about the filming. I'm not sure when the shooting was. Did the pandemic affect the shooting at all, or how'd the filming go?
No, we filmed this maybe a year or two ago.
Mm.
So it was very, very, before all of the pandemic, before all of that. So we didn't have, COVID safety specialists and,
Yeah.
all of that, which we have now when we're working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Any stories from the filming? How'd the production go?
it went really well. We filmed in Columbus, Georgia. And I can't, it's such a blur. Like I'm thinking of how many projects I've filmed
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
then. But it's, like I said, it's really always great to work with, people who you enjoy working with. My daughter travels with me, my mom travels with me as my nanny. So they were both on set, the whole time with me.
Yeah.
And, so what we do. We travel and we make movies.
Yeah. Tell me about the story. So let's kind of get into the plot of the film. I don't want to give too much away, but tell me about the story for those who may not know.
Well, the story is of, a veteran who is coming back and just dealing with the demons that, as a result of the work that he had done that he's faced with.
Yeah.
And I play a therapist at the church who is leading a veterans group that kind of helps him to resolve. So it's a little bit of love in there, a little bit of it's the whole thing. You have to watch it. So it's like this man's journey. There's a little bit of like what's the word for it? Like action and a little, it's a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely, but the good thing about it is something the whole family can sit down and watch. It'll definitely be a conversation piece. There are some heavier moments in the movie, but I think ultimately, it becomes a love story, not just a love story between us, but a love story of life.
I've had TC on a couple
Mhm.
of times, and this is kind of a very deep role for him. Tell me about him and maybe some of the other castmates that you got to work with on this one.
Yeah, it was really amazing working with TC and everybody. I'm trying to think, like, it was just it wasn't it was a huge cast in the scene. There were like church scenes, that sort of thing. But the core cast was really pretty small. Most of my scenes were with TC. Um, I can't say it enough. It's always nice when, having been doing this as long as I have for the past 40 years, it's always amazing. It's always nice. It's always refreshing when you can genuinely enjoy the people you work with. So it makes coming to work and working long hours that much
Enjoyable.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you worked with Joey Lawrence in this one, and I know that
The
you have a
crazy thing is we didn't have any scenes together,
You
and
didn't
I was
work
so
together at
sad
all.
because we had no scenes together, and I've literally known Joey since we were little. Um, so I didn't even have the opportunity to see him. So I
So
was I was sad.
I was reading that you have a project coming up with Jaleel White, and so my childhood is like,
With Jaleel White, I
J-
don't.
do you don't not the Parent Trip?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Unless somebody is is
maybe.
already.
Maybe IMDb is or something
I don't know.
is
Maybe
going
it's an
around.
offer that
Uh
I'm not aware of
oh.
yet.
Maybe I'm non-public on this one. Anyway, I saw that, and so I was like, man, with Jaleel White and Joey Lawrence and you, my childhood is like going crazy with
Yeah.
Urkel and you and Joey.
Funny
Anyway,
story is, Jaleel actually auditioned for the role of Rudy and didn't get it.
really,
Yep,
wow,
because Rudy was
wow,
supposed to be a boy, and
interesting.
they decided to go with
Well,
me.
I think it worked out for both you
It worked out for everybody, right? And
guys.
that's why I'm a firm believer of, what's for you is for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Awesome. Well, so this movie is really focuses on PTSD,
PTSD,
and
absolutely.
so we serve a lot of churches, and so I know. Tell me maybe, and you might can speak to this, you might not. But how can churches get involved with helping people like the characters in the film that TC and others portray?
I think the church is a form of outreach and a form of support. So I feel like how in this movie there was, a counselor brought in that uses the church space that specializes in this area, um, providing the outlets, providing the services. And even if you don't have someone who has the expertise within that's in their wheelhouse within your church, it's about opening those doors and connecting those pieces. I think that that's really important. And also operating from the space of allowance and understanding um, is really, really important.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of ways because as a result of PTSD, there are a lot of periphery issues then that are occurring, whether it's homelessness, whether, it's people, and as a result of homelessness, it could be not having food to eat, or there's so many different things. So from feeding people in need, to providing resources, to connecting resources,
Yeah.
there is an unlimited way that the church can be very instrumental.
Well, what do you hope is the main things that people take away from the project as they watch it?
um I hope that people get a greater sense of understanding, of allowing, of love. And I also hope that, it connects to someone who may be suffering in silence, and gives them the strength to be able to seek help, be able to speak out, be able to, understand that this is just a small chapter in their life and doesn't have to be the totality of it.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Tell me what's
Thank
next
you.
for you. Obviously, not projects with Jaleel White. But what else do you have?
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Well, okay. So if you do, then I got the scoop first. So
Yes, you got the scoop first.
no, I'm
But
just kidding.
yes, I've been very busy. I have a Christmas movie actually on Lifetime
Yeah,
right now called The Christmas Aunt.
yeah,
I The House of Pain is in season 7 on
yeah,
BT right now. I'm trying to think. I've just been working. Just
yeah,
been working. I have my spice line, Keisha's Kitchen. So
yeah,
we're doing keisha'skitchen.com, holiday promotion on my spices. Just enjoying life.
yeah.
I'm excited to, shut it down a little bit for the holidays and then get right back to work at the top of the year. So,
Well, the
you know,
pandemic does not seem to be slowing you down at all.
no, it's changed things,
Yeah.
but I'm grateful that I'm definitely still, moving and grooving.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. My Brother's Keeper is the movie. Be looking for it in theaters.
Yes.
Hopefully, releasing January is the date that's on the books right now. So be looking for it around January in theaters or home release. Keisha, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Happy holidays.